This is the journey to One Africa. One of the things that I've seen is very interesting and very different right now. And I think, I don't know if the Western media is learning, but when you listen to the Western media about this news of Gabon, you'll find out that Western media is not like, is not really, how can I say, like, is neutral. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I've seen the pattern right now with this news is very neutral, because it's starting to point out about the Gabon and how much this country has been led by only one family. The current president, you know, is Ali Bongo, but before that it was another president, and he just ran in the third term right now in the office. And his election, I mean, came out, he won by 65%. They announced, you know, this weekend that he is the president of Gabon. And mind you that one term in Gabon is 7 years. You have to lead the government for 7 years. So this guy, he won for the first time, he won the second time, and this was the third term. And before that, it was his dad. So basically, you know, they're choosing people, but then, you know, basically it's just like only one family has been leading Gabon. And these are very interesting things to know about Gabon. Few things, just, you know, Gabon is the fourth oil producer in Africa. And it has been in a very good relationship with France, actually. You know, the previous president, the current president, I've been in really good relationship with France and all that kind of stuff. So you know what has been happening, you know. Also, Gabon is the member of EPIC. And area today, I think the coup has announced that they are taking over the government, and they canceled all the election results that already came out and announced him as a winner, Ali Bongo. But also they announced that they are in control of oil rich in Central Africa. So from now onward, we're going to control everything, the oil, and this election is no longer valid. But also they kind of like locked down the country in a way. They told people not really to you know, to go outside, you know, because of safety, as well as and also they announced that all the institution to be resolved. So basically they're just stopping, you know, all the activities like that. But one of the very interesting thing is that the people of Gabon, after hearing this announcement and hearing what military coup has announced, they are outside celebrating that this is the liberation of Gabon. I might be mistaken a little bit, Gabon and Niger, because it's kind of like the similar thing happening. So the people of Gabon have been out celebrating. The people of Gabon have been out saying that, you know, this is the liberation. Finally, the liberation of Gabon is right here. Finally, this family leadership we are going to put to an end. So we see a awakening of people again, just like in Niger, coming out and actually celebrating what has been happening. Because as if people, they were waiting for they're waiting for military coup. They're waiting for military to take over the government. And mind you, this is not the first time for military to try to take over the government. They tried actually before, during the regime of the, you know, this guy, the dad of Ali Bongo. But the difference is those guys failed back then because of France intervention. So France, they actually intervened and they had to stop that. You all know, because of their interest that they're taking again from Gabon. So they stopped it and they were not succeed. It was not successful. This time it's another second time. And I think, okay, there's a lot of things we do not know right now. I'm not going to claim to know it all, but I want to share with you guys my thoughts. I really... Okay, it's obvious that there's a really awakening happening right now in the western part of Africa, in these francophone countries, and I'm pretty sure that these soldiers and these military are communicating again with one another. I'm pretty sure are communicating with one another, because what happened in Mali, it had everything to do with what is happening in Niger right now, what is happening in Burkina Faso, and what is happening in Gabon. So there's this awakening in francophone country, and I think the main goal and the main target, they just want to get rid of France, because they know all the problem, all the issues, everything that has been happening. The main cause is France, so they're trying to get rid of that by coming together and military taking over. So I really think this is just my personal opinion, I'm not sure about it, but I really think there's a sort of communication between this military, you know, coup across this area to be like, okay, this is the time. We're going to take over the country, we're going to take over our countries, and we got to save our people. Because when you listen to what the coup the coup of Gabon is talking about. They basically say that, you know what, this election, first of all, it's not fair. It was not fair. You know, nobody was ever choosing this guy, Ali Bongo. And, you know, this guy is not deserved to be there. There have been just chaos in the country. You know, one family has been leading for all this time, but we see nothing change. We see nothing improvement. This is the time for us to take over the government and to lead in the right way. So the question is right now, what ECOWAS are going to do? Second, what African Union are going to do? Because it's clear that the election was not fair. So and also what, you know, all these countries in NATO, USA, France, what are they going to do? Because it's clear that people are tired with all this, you know, puppet leadership in Africa. They are tired and they do not want to see that again in Africa. And they want to put it to an end. So right now, what I'm really interested to hear is what ECOWAS are going to say. Are they going to condemn this military coup regime again in Gabon, which most likely they're going to do that. If they do that, then obviously you know who they're working for. We already know that anyways. But also what African Union are going to say. Because you cannot just defend democracy of the country if that democracy was not fair, if that election was not fair. You can't say that these people were elected democratically and you guys, you must, you know, suck it up and wait until the end of the regime to do something about it, while you know that election, it was not fair. You cannot just do that. And another thing that I'm really wondering what the people of Nigeria will do as well. Because to be honest, I've been, you know, okay, I have a lot of my friends from Nigeria, and most of you guys here from Nigeria, you know, you can say the same thing, that things that even the election that happened in Nigeria, you can hear a lot of things that Nigerian people are talking about. Just this morning, I was talking to another friend, and I was like, man, I haven't met a single Nigerian that accepted the result that happened in Nigeria. So I don't know if all these things, I'm not trying to put any idea to all of you guys, but I don't know if all these things that happen in the francophone countries, I don't know if our people of the continent are going to wake up and realize that, oh man, this is the time for the people of Africa to stand and to defend the continent. This is no longer the time to just accept that, all right, we know that we did not choose you and you're not there because of us. You are here actually to bring chaos to our country. You're here to work for another master, not for us. So we're just going to sit there and wait until the end of the regime. Oh, the people of Africa are going to rise up. Like what is happening in Niger, in Mali, in Burkina Faso, now in Gabon. Oh my God, this is beautiful to see. My prayer and wish is that our people will be safe. But I'm telling you, One Africa right now, let me say this again. One Africa right now, the petition that we are writing, and let me share with you guys. We have here two different petitions. The French petition and also English one. Okay, I'm going to share this one. So if you're from the French-speaking country, the link is in the comment section. Please sign that petition and share with other people. The title of the petition says One Africa right now. We need 100 signatures to actually demand One Africa right now. And let me share with you guys here on the screen, and then we continue. And possibly I'll bring in some people here to talk about what is happening right now, these updates, man. Africa is on horizon. Africa is waking up. Africa is awake, and her people, they want nothing but to see change in Africa. Her people, they want nothing but to see, man, one Africa. Her people, they want nothing but to see transformation and liberation in Africa. What a time to be alive, my people. This is the time to be alive. And you and me, who were born as a time like this, to be here to witness the change. And not only that, but to be part of the change, to engage, to involve ourselves in this liberation of our beautiful continent of Africa. Africa has awakened already. And the leaders of Africa must be awakened. Realize that this is no longer Africa of 20th century. This is no longer Africa of 60 years ago, 40 years ago, God, 10 years ago, not even 5 years ago. This is not the same Africa of yesterday. This is the new Africa, and the people of Africa, all the youth across the world, man, we have already awakened and we want to see change. If you guys are not going to stand up and work for this continent and work for us, work for the interests of Africans, I'm telling you, your time is up. Your time is up. You have no longer have time. Your time is up because people have awoken and people that want to see change, man. If you're not bringing that change, we're gonna bring that change. Oh, the power is in our hands. The people of Africa have already realized that the power is in our hands right now, and nobody's there to stop us. Nobody's there to slow us down. Nobody's there to take over Africa. Only the people of Africa are going to take over Africa and transform this continent for our kids and for the next generation, because we are tired of everything that has been happening to us. We are tired of our people that have been running and cross Mediterranean Sea and die in the ocean. Kids, women, youth. We have been losing a lot of our people every single day because of the war, because of terrorism, because of all these, unjust action that are happening to our people inside our continent, and we want to see nothing but change. We are tired. We are tired of seeing our brother dying every single day, being killed, being taken advantage of. We are tired of seeing only the single family leading our countries. We are tired of seeing only few people with the interests of the entire country working for themselves, for their bellies, for their interests, for their families, and leave the millions and millions of Africa starving. We are tired of seeing Africa dying because they don't have food. We're tired of seeing, Africa not developing and Africa constantly benefiting them, the Western countries, and leave us with nothing. We're tired of that, and the time is now. We are working, we are ready more than ever. If you want to come for us, we're gonna come for you. You understand what I'm saying? Like all Africa and the continent, outside of the continent, man, we want to see change in the country. It is the time for African Union to see this. It is the time Africa to tap into this momentum. It is the time for all these organizations to realize that they no longer own control. In Africa, leadership is no longer in control. In Africa, it doesn't matter whether you're president or you're no longer in control. You gotta work for the interests of the people. If you're not working for the interests of the people, I'm telling you, your time is up. It is up. It is up. And I'm telling you what is happening there. I love you guys from the Western Africa. I love you people from francophone countries. I love you guys because you are bringing awakening in Africa. A lot of us who are sleeping, sleeping deep sleep. You cannot afford to sleep right now in Africa. It's a time for Africans to wake up, to stand up, and to take charge. This is the time for liberating Africa. I'm telling you, this generation must never pass. That's why we've always been saying that our mission is one Africa in our generation right now. And we have a petition. I want to invite everybody to go to sign this petition. We say One Africa right now. Please go and sign it right now. One Africa right now. We need 100 million signatures. And you guys will have 333 something people here watching on TikTok, on YouTube. Go and sign this. Sign this petition. I'm sharing the link right now. Sign this petition. Read this petition and share and sign. For God's sake, we need One Africa right now. This is an initiative of Africans by Africans for the Africans. Go click that link and sign that. Sign that One Africa right now. We are sending this to all African heads of state, to African Union, to African Parliament, to Pan-African Parliament. This is the reason why this is the reason why we made this petition. Because we want them to hear that we want One Africa right now. There's no other time than now. There's no other time. Man, Niger have been awakening for a long time. Gabon right now, they're awakening. And man, the previous military, when they tried to take over the government, France intervened it in our country, in our continent. Right now, these guys have taken over already. People are celebrating on the street already. They're celebrating. They say this is what we want. It's the end of a single regime leading in our country. It's the end of this one family leading our country. It's the end. This is not United Kingdom. They say this is not United. This is Gabon. This is Africa. We want a change to our country. And this is the demand from African people. This is the demand from African people that, we want nothing but one Africa right now. So please go and sign. I want to invite everybody, please go. First of all, like this stream, subscribe if you did not, share this with somebody if you did not, and sign this petition, read this petition, and share with everybody. And let me show you guys, very important places. Why, man, we wrote this petition 2 weeks ago. And let me say, we have problems and recommendations, and I want to show you, man, what we said in here. This is like the prophecy. Oh my God. What we show it here is what is happening right now. This is what is happening right now. Look at this number 2. To collapse the African borders and allow every African holding one Africa passport to traverse freely. We want one Africa passport to all Africans. We want all the borders to be taken down. Look at number 3. To expose illegitimate militarism in Africa and the role of armed conflict, some facilitated by foreign powers. We're talking about France there. We're talking about US. We're talking about all foreign power. You know, we're talking about China. We're talking about Russia. We're talking about all of them. Foreign power is foreign power, man. We ain't trust nobody. We're talking about all of them. To expose them. To expose institutions and individuals, enemies of Africa, funding terrorism and transactional organized crime that are destabilizing Africa. This is the petition we are talking about, man. This is what you agree. This is what all Africans we want. We want to send this message to them to know that, man, it is the time to bring that change. I'm telling you, Gabon right now have already awakened. I'm just waiting to see who is going to be next. Are you the next one to be awakened? Are you the next one? Africa, your time is now. The time to shine, man. The time to shine right now. Nobody's going to shut down Africa right now. No one. I'm telling you, no one. They never succeeded before. They will never succeed. And man, I just thank God, man, for bringing us into this time. All right. Look at this guy. David Pride say, I'm so happy Nigeria is next. I'm telling you, man. PLO Lumumba, he said, the day when Nigerians wake up, the continent will never be the same again. You know the potential in the country of Nigeria. And you know what has been slowing down Nigeria for so long. This country could be superpower in the world. Just one country in Africa. But leadership in Nigeria, they never had a breakthrough in leadership. It's time for you all to wake up. It's time for you all to wake up. Man, Africans, we ain't just gonna accept whatever that is coming to us. We cannot accept that no more. Kudos. Let me tell you this. If you're joining right now and you do not know anything about Gabon, let me tell you this. Gabon is number 4th oil producer in Africa. Also, is the member of EPIC. So during, the current president, who is not the president no more right now, he just won the election for the 3rd consecutive time. And you know, one term in Gabon is 7 years. And not only him, but his dad led before. So the country basically has been led by only one family. No change, no improvement, no anything in the country. So military regime announced to take over the government. They said, we are going to be in control of all regions Central Africa. They're going to resolve all the institutions right away and cancel the election results. They said, we are in control right now. We are in charge. So one of the things that I was saying at the beginning, the very interesting thing is that Western media, the way it's talking about Gabon issue, they're neutral. They're neutral. This guy, I watched the France news. I watched to like Al Jazeera. I watched to all different kind of news, and all of them, man, they say that, man, the people of Gabon, they seem to be tired, of waiting for so long time to be led by only one government, and it seems like it was not a fair election. So even the Western media, they started to change their tone. They started to change their tone, man. They started to change their tone because I'm telling you, it's the time for you to choose you now. PLO Lumumba, he always said, choose you now. Who are you going to side with? Because if you see, all the people of Africa are siding with Gabon, are siding with the military, you must know that people are tired. You must know that whatever that is happening, we know what has been happening to us in the continent. We know the people of Africa knows what has been happening in their countries. Not you, not African Union, not ECOWAS. You've never been there. You've never been to Niger. You know, people, they know what they have been keeping up with for the past, I don't know how many years, for decades and decades. They know. So if you're going to give your news, you better choose you now, who you're going to side up with. So before, they fell because France intervened. Now, all the eyes and ears. And I'm telling you guys, we don't have to wait for what friends they're gonna say. We don't have to wait for what African Union are gonna say. We don't want to wait what ECOWAS are gonna say. But the people, we have spoken already that enough is enough. It is a time for one Africa. It is the only solution to this continent right now. Otherwise, if not one Africa right now, then we are going to witness these activities happening over and over and over and over and over again. One Africa by hooks and crooks. We must have one Africa. There is no other option. You guys, you delayed it for so long. For more than 60 years, you delayed. This is something you could have done long time ago. And you're giving us the vision of 2063, 40 years from now, one Africa. 40 years from now, for God's sake, 40 years from now, ain't gonna wait for African Union statement. No, we're gonna give our own statement because we are the Africans. We are one Africa. We're gonna give our own statement. And hear me now, and hear me very clear. One Africa right now, and nobody is there to decide for you. We, the people, we have decided already. And that's why we have this petition to show everybody that, guys, sign this, sign this, sign this, just sign this, sign it, sign. Let's get that 100 million signatures. Let's get it. We have 427 people. And let me just do a little research here. Let me ask you guys in the comment section, how many people have you guys signed this petition? I'm going to ask you in the comment section, and I want you guys to vote to let me know if you've signed this or if not. If you haven't signed, be honest with me. We're just going to do a little research here because we want everybody to sign this. We have 400 and something people watching here. And we want you guys to really just let me create the poll here in the comment section. All right, the poll, first of all, let me attach here, find the petition. We're gonna do a little research here because we cannot be demanding, cannot be just talking and we're not doing action. This is action right now. You want to know if this petition is gonna work? Just sign and then you let me know, man. We are going to bring this to African Union, going to bring to their office. We are going to African Union to bring it there. You understand that? We're going to bring it to them, and we're going to bring to all the heads of states. It's not time to be scared anymore. Sign the petition. Okay, have you signed the petition yet? We are okay. I just created the poll. The poll in the comment section. I want you guys to sign. I want you guys to vote right now. And you guys, you're joining, please like this stream. We only have 133 people liked. Man, don't be that stingy. Just like the stream so that this YouTube can recommend this video to as many people as they can. And we hear this message right now. Just like the stream and share with somebody. Just like the stream right now, all right? Just like it, whether you like it or you don't know, but in the spirit of one Africa, just like the stream and share with somebody right there. We need that. We need that right now. We need a lot of people to come to join here. We need 1,000 people to come and join here to see this petition. We need them to sign and we need them to share. If you do not understand English, we have the French version, petition. We're gonna share with you as well to sign. Just sign. We just need to get this one Africa right now, guys. If you do not, one Africa is happening right now. Okay, whether you sign this or you don't sign, it's happening right now. But we want to sign this to bring to the heads of state, to bring to African Union. Do it before they realize this. Do it before they take this down. It's in their platform. I just shared the fresh version as well. Okay, vote. Until right now, let me see how many votes came in. Okay, we have 52 people vote. Guys, vote. I created the poll in the comment section. Okay, have you signed the petition yet? If you haven't signed, sign. The link is in the comment section. I pinned all the way to the top. Click there and go to sign. And also like this stream. Come on, we are 170 likes. Come on, keep signing, keep liking. Just do it. That's the only thing you can do. Keep signing, keep liking. All right. Why it is so important for us to have one Africa right now? Because what is happening in Niger, what is happening in Gabon, anything can happen. Guys, anything can happen. Don't think for a second that France, that US, that NATO are not organizing. They don't have a plan B. They don't have plan C. Don't think for a second. Our own plan we have is one Africa. That's the only strategy is going to take us out of, and I'm telling you, let me say this. Let me remove this and put here. This is the warning to African leaders. Let me stand here. This is the warning to African leaders. We have witnessed William Ruto siding with ECOWAS and condemn actually the military in Niger. let me say this. African people, we are watching and we are listening. Whatever move you make, you can either betray our people and our continent, or you can side with us. There's no other option. If you don't side with the people of Africa, you are a betrayer. And the history will remember you as a betrayer of our continent. The history will remember you. Because I'm telling you guys, that's why we started prayer every single Friday. Why do you think that's the case? Because, man, I'm telling you, the point where we are right now, war can break out anytime. The world war, I'm not talking about single country war. The world war can break out anytime right now. Don't you think for a second that France are not organized? Don't you think, man, EU, European Union stood with France. They said, we support you in Niger. Do you understand what does that mean? It means France and all European Union, German, and all those countries are siding with France. You know how the World War II came? You know how the World War I came? You know, these guys, they had tribalism war. European, the first war it happened. Because of the Prime Minister of Austria that were killed. It happened the entire world. It was in the turmoil. It was in the war because of tribalism war of them, Europeans. Now, Africans were not involved, but we had to be involved because of colonialism. Same thing for the Second World War. The Second War, we had to be involved because of colonialism. Guys, we dragged ourselves into that war and we lost a lot of people. We were innocent. Africa, we had nothing to do with that. It was a war against them. They were fighting against each other. Right now, France, the people of Niger and the Niger coup, they told them that we want you, the ambassador of France, to get out of our country as soon as possible. And France said that you guys have no authority to kick us out. So basically they say we have authority over you. They're claiming that they have ownership to our continent and our country in our own continent. And you have other African leaders standing support that. You have ECOWAS standing support that. The history is going to remember you guys as the betrayer of this continent. And I'm telling you, there's the consequences of your betrayal. Don't fool yourself for a second that African people are not going to rise up and stand against you. Don't think for a second, because we are one people. People are united more than you can ever think. But the system, the leadership have been dividing us. I will tell you this organization that we have is not there to unite us, it's there to divide us. That's why they give you a vision like 2063. 2063, they came like with an initiative of One Africa passport a long time ago, 2018. It never came to pass. While them, they have that One African passport. But people, they don't have it. Do you think that organization is there to unite you? Whoever feeds you controls you. Those imperialists, they're the one who give them money to do the work they're doing, to divide us. ECOWAS is doing a job of dividing us. ECOWAS is dividing its own people. The people of Nigeria, I haven't seen a single person from Nigeria who say that, no, let's intervene. No, all the people of Nigeria, they say, no, we cannot intervene our people. These are our neighbors, these are our brothers, these are our sisters. Only ECOWAS saying that. Even African Union on this, I can applaud you. Even African Union, they say, no, you cannot intervene militarily. The history will remember you, the leaders of Africa, as a betrayer. This is the time, man. Like if I was the leader of Africa, man, I'll go right now to the press and to speak, to side with Africa. Because it is the sign to side with the people of Africa, not anybody else. It's not the... What are you scared of? What are you afraid of? All the people of Africa are behind you. All the people of Africa are beside you. All the people of Africa are standing with you. What are you scared? What are you afraid of? The only solution to what is happening right now, if we want to stop war that is about to come, if we want to stop that, because I'm telling you, man, you haven't seen anything yet. You haven't seen anything yet. That's why yesterday we had to release that video. I'm sorry for language. We had to release that video and say that ECOWAS ain't doing shit for Niger. I'm sorry for the language, but we had to say it. We had to specify that. I don't believe in cussing, but I had to do that. Because I am tired. And when I'm saying I mean we are tired of seeing these guys not standing there for our people. celebrating the division that is happening, celebrating of these threats. Man, who are you? Who are you? Your friends, you're giving threats to our people, to our countries? Who are you? You have been doing that for so long time, and you guys, you are supposed to be leaders, are supposed to be organizations that are working for people. You're sitting there enjoying, and you as well giving threat to us? Friends, they're giving sanction to our countries. You are giving sanction to? What the heck is wrong with you? You guys are imperialists too. The only difference, you're black imperialists. You understand that? That's what has been happening in Africa. We're so caught up with skin. Let me tell you this, guy. Don't be caught up with skin color. They're whites innocent. And they're black that are betrayal. That's how colonialism came. That's how our people were sold in the diaspora. Until today, they're there all over the world. Those people are Africans. They're here in Africa. That's how. That's what is happening right now today with ECOWAS. And this institution. Military, as soon as they came in, they resolved all the institution. They say, no, we don't want you to stop right there. We're going to create our own. That's what has to happen in Africa. What has to happen in these organizations. I'm telling you.